So Cloverfield 3 came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Like, I was watching... Like, I watched the Super Bowl on stream. Mm-hmm. And they cut out all the commercials.
Oh.
So I went...
They cut out the best part of the fucking Super Bowl.
I know. Well, except for that catch Tom Brady missed. Anyway, so I went to YouTube the next morning to like, okay, let's see what commercials I missed. What the fuck?
Yeah. So, like, I found out about it because, you know, like, being an overnight guy, I slept at the goddamn Super Bowl, and even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have been watching it anyhow. But, like, I'm sitting there, like, on my lunch break at work, sliding through Twitter, and I'm just like, what about Cloverfield 3? That's not... I haven't even heard it. Because, like, I had heard that there was a third Cloverfield. That it was called the God Particle. Mm-hmm. Kind of like how, you know, I was just like, okay, it's going to be one of those things where they have, like, a script and they're going to, you know, retroactively make it a Cloverfield movie like they did with 10 Cloverfield Lane. And for context, I fucking love Cloverfield. Like the original film, like, your brother was super into the viral marketing campaign.
Oh, yeah, but back when MySpace was a thing.
Yeah, he was super into the viral marketing, like, you know, sussing out, like, all the clues and watching, like, on YouTube, like, the theory videos, connecting all the dots.
Which is why for weeks, and people were like, they didn't explain anything in the movie. I'm like, what are you talking about? This, and this were the reason for that. Oh, shit, none of that's in the movie.
Yeah. Same thing is, though, like, I loved Cloverfield because it had been the giant, like, monster movie I'd always wanted where, like, the people caught in the middle of it, like, it's not about, oh shit, let's monster, why is it here, we need to defeat the monster. No, it is about, oh fuck a monster, let's not die. And that is what I've always, like, that's because I've always wanted that ground level perspective of the people who have no clue what the fuck is going on trying to survive. And especially because there's clearly, like, you know, like, the government agents and shit, because, you know, like, oh fuck, she's been bitten, let's get her over here. It's like fucking blood pinatas. I'm like, oh shit. And they never get context for any of this shit. And
of course, Cloverfield 1, I remember those heady days, the months leading up, where it might have been a Voltron movie. If you don't remember that, I cannot explain the internet at that time to you.
Literally, like, okay, like, if you think, like, Dragon Ball theories are stupid, like, the Cloverfield theories got really dumb. Like, oh fuck, man, it's gonna be a Voltron movie! All because some people heard it's alive as it's a lion. Somehow that translated to Voltron. Even though they fucking threw the Statue of Liberty head in the trailer, and it's like, I don't think Voltron would do that, guys. Okay, post being piloted by, like, the 5 pilots. Plus, also, like, Voltron wasn't Dickhead of the Universe. Go Lion was Dickhead of the Universe.
True, okay. That would have been a wild metagame for American movie audiences. It's Voltron! No, it ain't. Anyway.
So, yeah, like, you know, 10 Cloverfield Lane came out of nowhere again. Like, the first trailer dropped, like, a month before. Fucking awesome. Loved it for what it was. Then this one comes out. And I'm hearing, like, the mixed reviews, and I'm like, alright, let's, I went in there a little kind of like, because usually whenever people are like, this is stupid bullshit, I'm like, I don't trust you people. I like the Death Note movie. Fuck it, that's my hill to die on. And I watched this one, and I gotta have to side with the majority on this one. Oh, man. Okay, you liked it, so I want to hear your stance on this, because I haven't actually spoken to you about your opinions on, like, what you got out of this film.
Okay, so the Cloverfield paradox is, it's not a smart movie, but it's a weird movie.
Yes. And I should appreciate it for that. I really should.
Yeah, you should. It's so rare that you get to go into even a barely high concept sci-fi dressed movie cold, because it's always like, what's the big concept is in the fucking trailer, and like, oh, well, now it's ruined, so we just have to watch it play out. Because of the way they launched this movie, like, okay, it's people on a space station. All right, they've got a particle accelerator. This already sounds like a bad idea. And then just weird fucking what's going on. Oh fuck, how fucked are we? And then weird shit starts happening. And I loved the whole thing.
Yeah. On a conceptual level, I totally dig it. There are moments that I'm just like when the guy's arm just
Yeah,
the fuck?
that was nuts.
And then like his arm is just. I'm like,
as we move the slider closer to Event Horizon.
yeah, okay. See, this is my thought on this. Like this is kind of because I'm like, okay, third Cloverfield movie. What are we gonna do? Kmart Event Horizon. Okay.
It being a Cloverfield branded thing was probably the worst part of it.
See, thing is though, like 10 Cloverfield Lane was a Cloverfield movie, but I mean, like, because like what I thought Cloverfield was going to be was okay. It's just going to be a bunch of standalone films that are kind of like, and then some weird monster shit happens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can dig it. Like I said, I love 10 Cloverfield Lane without having any context of what it was going to be. It was like, I forgot what the fuck J.J. Abrams called it. Like, it's like a cousin to fucking Cloverfield or some bullshit. And I'm like, okay, like the God particle. Okay, they clearly just wrote a script and they're gonna like add some weird kind of Cloverfield-y shit to it. And so like it not really like having connections to Cloverfield for the most part, I was fine with. And then it all of a sudden does have connections to Cloverfield, and that was weird. But okay, so they do the particle accelerator, and there's all these things like, oh fuck, if you fuck with particle accelerators, weird multiversal shit could potentially happen, which is some shit that we've already talked about happening.
Yeah, and then
in the real world,
fucking what this movie does right there is the biggest dumbest part of it, because like you fuck with particles in ways we don't understand, things we don't understand are gonna happen. Fine. The fucking like 5-minute newscast where that asshole's like, yeah, you're gonna bring demons from another dimension.
Yeah, okay, so this is like where I start having a problem with this film is how it started, because like if they had just done some weird ass Event Horizon shit, just gone into the far depths of fucking weird as fuck with this movie, and on a space like we did a particle accelerator and now weird shit's fucking happening in fucking spaces and time is fucking rendered and just tearing apart around us. That would have been some cool shit. Then when it's just like you're gonna like release these stuff, and now like I guess this is because one of the things in the trailer was like 10 years ago, which oh my god, Aggro, fucking Cloverfield was 10 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember the camera and the phone technology.
It's really weird to think like
you did hear me say MySpace at the top of this video, right?
Yeah, and I forgot that was a thing. Because man, like I have condensed like the last pretty much since I have known you and the rest of the guys like into like a 5-year time span.
Yeah,
really,
we have like sliding Marvel time.
Yeah, like I was thinking more of like it's like the New 52 where you just take all these chronological events and crush it into like 3 years. But yeah, I'm just like, holy shit, Cloverfield was 10 years ago. So yeah, when they're saying like, oh, we're like 10 years ago this shit happened. Now find out where it all came from. And apparently what it is it's like some bitch in some universe, did some particle accelerator shit. And I guess now in the multiverse, through time and space, it is fucked up everything.
Yeah,
and
it's real dumb.
And that is far less interesting already than this fucking, like, Lovecraftian thing was at the bottom of the ocean. And then, deep sea drilling awoke it.
It was a soda company looking for the rare material they use to make new and exotic flavors.
Yeah. And, like...
Yeah, that was an amazing pre-up for the Cloverfield Beast. The fact that this movie retroactively makes this the origin it's the worst part of it. It's a great movie with like 20 minutes of a hate crime video like edited in. Like, if you could just realize that that's not part of the rest of the movie, the rest of the movie's great.
It's like the movie's so weird because like it keeps juxtaposing like all the crazy weird space shit to what seems to be completely unrelated bullshit of like, oh, there's like an explosion, and then like husbandman is like trying to going to an investigate. He's trying to like save a little girl.
For that to tie in or pay off in a meaningful way. And no.
Yeah, no, it's just because like because you see like big silhouetted thing in the smoke, and I'm like, oh, is this the Cloverfield monster? And then I forgot about that scene.
I was really hoping it was just the fucking alien invasion from Lane.
Yeah, cause I was trying to figure out the timeline, cause I was trying to, it didn't dawn on me as just some sort of weird multiversal shit. So I guess 10 Cloverfield Lane is not set in the same, because I was thinking if it is set in the same universe, then I guess they killed Clover, and then years later there's some sort of alien invasion, and maybe that ties into Clover. But here I guess it's just all different universes, and some weird multiversal shit happened. And now each of these parallel universes has their own fucking alien monster demon bullshit to deal with.
I mean, at this point, I just assumed that the Cloverfield monster, took a wrong turn at the Pacific Rim and came to the wrong fucking universe.
Right? I mean, shit. Pacific Rim could now be a Cloverfield movie. They could rebrand it Cloverfield Uprising, and...
I'm not looking forward to having to pretend that Pacific Rim sequel never happened.
From what I gather on the internet, a lot of people aren't as disinterested in, for the record, we think Pacific Rim Uprising looks terrible. It looked... Because when I saw that trailer... So I'm going to derail this review to review a trailer, because this is probably the only opportunity I'm really going to get to do this. I saw that trailer, I'm like, why does this look like a high-budget, made-for-TV movie? And then I looked up who the director was, because I'm like, this is clearly not Del Toro. And then, then I heard about The Shape of Water, I'm like, oh, he's off making a passion project. So then I go and look up who the fuck made this Pacific Rim film, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Look up, oh, he's directed episodes of TV shows. That explains why it's shot flatly and evenly lit like a fucking TV. If you want to know the issue I have with this new fucking Pacific Rim, watch that trailer and then watch the original Pacific Rim trailer. The fucking mechs had a heft to them, a weight to them. When they clashed onto the ground, took steps, you just felt the overwhelming weight of those machines. Mm-hmm. And just when they punched something, just that went into it. And here you have fucking robots, these giant fucking mechanical robots, doing flips and shit like it's a goddamn Michael Bay film.
And you want to make this even worse for yourself? Watch the Uprising trailer, and then go look up a trailer for fucking Robot Jocks. And tell me which movie you think looks better.
Oh, man. I didn't know. The Red Letter Media guys actually did a video where they watched Robot Jocks.
Nice.
Yeah, great. Yeah, back on to another disappointing sequel.
So the Cloverfield paradox is it's a tale of two movies. Mm-hmm. It was the weirdest of times. It was the lamest of times. It was the coolest of sci-fi. It was the winter of, oh god, you fucked up a good movie by making this part of its canon.
Yeah, like the worst part is like Aggro said, is just. Where it keeps jumping back is you're kind of waiting for the connection, and the only connection you get is when they're coming back to Earth, a Cloverfield monster goes out of the clouds. Which it was funny because I was eventually did that Cloverfield monster? Did that Clover come out of the fucking clouds? What the hell? Thing's huge. And I was like, oh right, dumbass. The original Cloverfield monster was a baby. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was one of the things that J.J. Abrams said really early on. That's a baby that woke up. So it's just it's this lumbering infant thing just crashing around a city. It's not malicious. Here, though, this thing is just fucking massive, and it doesn't tie into the plot in any kind of meaningful way, just to make you go, oh, I recognize that!
Yeah.
I hate that kind of shit. I always hate the thing where it's just the entire point of a scene is to make you go, that's a thing I recognize. Which is kind of why I love-hate a lot of the fan service in Dragon Ball Super. Because it's hey, a thing I recognize. That was cheap and manipulative. Fuck you.
Gotta earn your references, guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, it just kind of shoehorns it. Clearly they had written a script, and then someone just script doctored, let's kind of make this a Cloverfield prequel.
Yeah.
Or tie-in.
It's, like I said, it's not a smart movie. But it's an interesting movie. It's a weird movie, and sometimes it's even clever. If you're the kind of person who can watch a movie or a TV show just to pick out individual ideas and go, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's kind of dumb. Oh, that'd be interesting somewhere else.
Yeah, I wish it had one definitely a better director, because even with the dumb Cloverfield shit shoved in there, I feel if it had a better director, just could have more atmosphere, more ambiance. really kind of get into the cosmic horror element of it. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, like, you know, when I say Kmart Event Horizon, I really mean like Kmart Event Horizon. Like, you know,
if we just cut out all of the Boyfriend on Earth scenes, which I mean, that could have been another great fucking thing all by itself. This should have been like the Final Fantasy 13 of movies. We needed 2 movies released like nearly simultaneously.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, we were supposed to have 13 verses back in the day.
Oh, right.
And that eventually became 15 like fucking 10 years later.
Right.
But yeah, if you cut out all those and spent that time, because the crew is, I mean, just a little more time could have raised them above stock character from X Country.
Yeah.
Which I'm always down for. I love The Quest, so that's my shit. But yeah, just a little bit more time with the crew would have just given a lot more weight, I think, to the fucking weirdness going on.
Yeah, because...
And when people needed to start making the hard decisions.
Yeah, I would say there is one really good shot in this movie, and it's the one that he put, like, you know, in the marketing, you know, whenever they put the promotional image, which is girl sitting in that circle circular screen, like,
oh, yeah,
leaning
the window
against, the window that's projecting, like, her home videos and stuff with her family. Like, that is a beautiful fucking shot, and it really kind of conveys a lot, like, you know, like, it conveys, like an emotional sense without having to, like, you know, say anything about this character.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of the mechanical design carries this movie. There's a lot of style going on in the tech.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, like, the fact that this movie starts with, like a 3-minute long conversation between, like, girl and her husband.
Which, I don't know how much of it you picked up. I could barely hear it because we had the dryer on, and I lost nothing in the movie. I figured out what they were talking about afterwards.
Yeah, no, it was just like, you know, it was clearly some, like, I need to go do this. I don't want you to go do this. And then I guess that's also what they conveyed, that, like, you know, like she had lost her kids or whatever. But yeah, I was just, like, I feel like that could have been, like, I feel like if that movie had started with them, you know, maybe, like, you know, a couple of, like, newsreels of, like, that one guy talking about, like, particle accelerators and the dangers of it, and, like, you know, these people going into space, and, like, you know, we get a little bit of the crew interacting, and, you know, Alien. Do Alien. Like that scene where they're all just kind of talking, you get, like, a feel for the characters, and you develop some kind of connection with them. Like, where the hell was Steve Buscemi in this movie? This movie needs Steve Buscemi as a character. I automatically always like Steve Buscemi.
I mean, this movie really is, it's a straight up 50-50 of interesting and dumb. Like, particle accelerator in space to try and make infinite energy to solve energy crisis on Earth to avert war. Smart. Interesting. Yeah. Fucking particle accelerator bringing demons from who knows where into our dimension. Dumb.
Yeah.
Particle accelerator super positioning the entire space station into a different reality, which fucking, like, phase shifts another crew member into the wall. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, see, thing is, there are certain things where, like the finding the random ass crew member, because, like, I feel like that should have been a way more intense and horrifying sequence than it was.
Yeah, and when it wasn't, I felt like, oh shit, this is the ramp up. What are we in for?
Yeah, like there are cool moments, like, you know, like the like. It is cool ideas with terrible execution. Like, you know, I feel like it's so flatly directed. That's one of the things. Like 10 Cloverfield Lane. You know, that starts with a woman bitching at her fucking boyfriend on a phone. And it's shot in a way that's really engaging. And then, you know, that leads into her getting her fucking car rammed into. And then, oh fuck, she's, you know, here it's just 3-minute long conversation where it's just like, oh sweetie, I don't want you to do this. Oh no, I need to, blah, 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 blah. And it just goes on way too fucking long. Kills any fucking momentum. And then we're on the space station, and it's not really building momentum or anything. It's just, you know, it's like, really, the movie should have started like 3 minutes into them already being onto the space station.
And they really, it seems like the whole alternate dimension thing was just licensed for them to do a couple of weird things. Mm-hmm. But the movie completely pusses out.
Yeah.
Because it just, I mean, like,
once again, the
Irish guy's hand is crawling across the floor and writing its own sentience. Like, they did nothing with that level of weird. They needed to lean into that shit.
Yeah. That's the thing, like it had...
It's just like, what fucking... She's like, oh, this is my dimension and the war's already started. I'm like, Can we talk about the hand thing? Does that happen in your dimension? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, it never wants to address these things, and I find that weird and stupid. And because like you know, guy loses his arm, and he's just like wobbling his knuckles. Honestly, if that would be,
But like I said, that guy, I think he was already in shock at that point. So yeah, he just sort of, all right, this too is also happening.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, when they find his hand, it's just it's my hand. It's just like you need to be more freaked the fuck out. Like this thing, it's like maybe you can say because they've shifted through dimensions. Like, okay, fine. You still crafted unrelatable characters because of your weird fucking scenario. And if they're not reacting like people, and I don't understand why they're not reacting like normal fucking people should, I don't have a connection with your fucking characters.
Because they're super astronauts.
Clearly.
I just, like that specific thing, I can't tell you how much I appreciate movies that have humans that act with like high order efficiency, and I don't have to spend like 20 minutes of my runtime watching people react to things.
Oh, so one of the dopest scenes in the movie, the girl from China, room floods and then and it freezes instantaneously. Found out the opposite would happen.
Yeah?
It would boil the water in space because of the lack of...
Right, yeah, it would immediately...
It would immediately...
It would vaporize because the pressure loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would not freeze in zero... Yeah, even though it's, the cold dead of space.
Oh, that scene was so cool, though.
Right?
Damn it.
Right? I found out that would be the complete opposite of that. Because I was watching a podcast where someone mentioned that, and I was just like, wait, what? And I looked that up, I'm like... Because I remember when that happened, I was just like, is that how that would happen? You were like, yeah, it's fucking... Yeah, it's like probably...
It's fucking cold.
Yeah, it's fucking cold in space. There ain't no
it would just evaporate.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's... just in the when it depressurizes... Psh. So yeah. Maybe she should have been steamed alive immediately?
Well, I'm not sure it would have gotten hot. It would just vaporized.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh. But yeah, no, I just... Yeah, it's a really cool scene.
Like I said, there's a lot of great shit in this movie. It's not like a great movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool sequences, or not even a lot of cool sequences. There's a few good shots, like I said, like her sitting in the window, watching the video of her family, good moment. Guy loses his arm, great moment. Followed up by him just kind of, whoa, that's fucking weird, bro. And then oh fuck, his hand's crawling. Let's say
the whole thing with the Russian was great.
The Russian. Which one was the Russian?
The Russian was the one.
Oh,
yeah. You start
Zemo.
You start getting into the politics with him and the German a little bit, and that's the only interesting thing going on with the whole political shtick. Mm-hmm. And then the worms are gone. Oh fuck, we found the worms.
Yeah, every so often this movie does a really cool weird thing, but it's not enough, not fast enough.
It's just enough light to go, you should be better than this. Yeah, this should all hang together more.
Yeah, because it feels honestly, this should have taken the haunted house structure where it's just oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, that's a little bit weirder. Oh, that's really fucking weird. And it just keeps ramping and accelerating and, oh fuck, space-time is collapsing. So we need to get the fuck out right now.
Yeah, Pandora might be a better analog than Event Horizon. That would have been a better direction for that to go.
I'm trying to remember how Pandora went. It's been forever since I saw it. Because that's what, guy puts himself in or crew is in
it's a colony ship, and then the main crew wakes up, and they're like, oh fuck, where are we? And it's been a shit ton of time, and people have woken up on the ship, and there's a weird society of mutant fucking cannibals on the ship.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I feel like I said, I feel like they were going for Event Horizon. But they just... And which is weird, too, because, Event Horizon actually does deal with, fucking... a lot of demonic imagery and ideologies or ideas and shit, and it's
I'm pretty sure Event Horizon just takes place in the Doom universe.
It pretty much does, and they do it through jumping through fucking wormholes and shit. And this kind of
fuck, it might be the Warhammer universe.
What? Does Warhammer deal with demons and shit?
Oh yeah, I'll explain spaceflight and Warhammer later.
Awesome. So yeah, like, oh, by the way, we're also getting another Cloverfield movie later this year, a theatrical one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Cloverfield Overlord and deals with, like, zombie Nazis. Like...
Okay.
Yeah, just some shit happens and Hitler has zombie Nazis in World War II.
I mean, zombies got done to death in the 2000s, but, I mean, shit, man. Zombie Nazis it's something I'm ready to see done at, like, master level.
But Aggro, we already had Sucker Punch.
They were in it for 5 minutes, and they were steampunk Nazi zombies. They don't count.
I don't know, we might...
3 descriptors makes it Tumblr trash.
What? Three what?
Okay. 1 descriptor is a genre. Mm-hmm. 2 descriptors is a genre mashup. 3 descriptors is Tumblr trash. It's just tags.
This going for the person who likes Sucker Punch more than anybody I know.
Fuck yeah, I love Sucker Punch.
I love the director's cut. The theatrical cut never should have happened. You cut out the most important fucking scene for the movie that ties everything in together.
Spoiler warning, the most important scene in the movie he's talking about is not the one with the clockwork zombie Nazis, or the one with the dragon, or the one with the robot fist fight on a moving train bomb.
I'm talking about narratively.
Oh, I like character motivation and emotional moral wrap.
But in Aggro, I'd like to see robots like fucking fight other robots, not zombies.
I mean, he's right. That scene at the end it really does elevate that story.
Yeah, because without it, it's just like, well, that was a weird clusterfuck of cool things that happened. That is the thing that just ties the whole narrative together, and they cut it out because it's kind of pseudo-implied rapey, even though that's supposed to be the complete opposite of what the scene was supposed to mean. And they were like, oh, we're going to give you an R rating for this, like, but it's consensual sex, and we're not showing anything. Yeah, but it still feels kind of skeezy, so you either have to cut it or it's an R rating. He's just like, you motherfuckers. And the studio wouldn't let him have an R rating. Thanks, Hollywood, for that one.
That's the MPAA.
MPAA? Oh, yeah. Well, Hollywood's the ones that wouldn't let him make it an R rating. It's just like, oh, well, if it's R rating, you can't have it. Like, it has to be PG-13. Because every film has to be completely dickless these days.
And then here comes Netflix with dicks for everyone.
Yay. I'd say, is there a lot of dicks in Netflix?
I've been watching Altered Carbon. There's a couple of dicks in that.
There you go.
Like full-on HBO. Wieners, wieners, wieners.
I feel like there was something else I watched that had dicks up in it. Like, I think it was a Netflix thing. I don't remember.
Wild Girls?
Huh? Wild Girls?
No, that's not the name of that. What movie am I thinking of? There's a movie where you see Kevin Bacon's dick.
Oh, Wild Things.
Wild Things, that's it.
Man, yeah, you know what that is? Like, the only thing I remember about that movie is Denise Richards' tits and Kevin Bacon's penis.
Oh yeah, that movie is something for everyone.
Really, 2 factions of people. If you don't fall into those 2 factions, you're not a person.
But somewhere out there, there's that Venn diagram of people who love lesbian making out in pools and Kevin Bacon's dick. Go live your bliss. So the Cloverfield paradox is, it's a mess. It's not a good movie, but I'd still recommend watching it if you're the kind of person who doesn't need a movie to be good to like it.
Man,
it's disappointing.
It's really disappointing. That's the thing. Like, it sucks too because like I had known about it because like when I heard like, oh, it's called the God Particle, and you know it's gonna be like some weird shit happens in space with a fucking hadron collider. I'm like, dope. I'm on board. And then it just gets surprise released on fucking Netflix. I'm like, dope. I'm on board. I don't have to leave the house for this one. And then we watched it, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then you were just like, Netflix gave me more good sci-fi. And I'm like, what? I was just like, I'm going to wait till we're recording this so we can discuss this shit.
Because I have a bet. I really need to stop talking about movies till like 4 days after I've watched them. Because like I said, it's not a good movie. Fucking, here's the part where I admit to the internet. I watched After Earth, and I loved watching that movie. It's not a good movie. The stories you've heard are true. But there are enough weird sci-fi ideas in that movie that I'm glad I have with me now.
Yeah, like, you know, I can always appreciate good sci-fi ideas. I just don't know if I can ever justify sitting through a shit ton of boring movie to get to it.
Right.
Like, because I feel like you could watch the trailer and get a lot of the good shit that's already in that movie. And, yeah, like, honestly, like, I can't...
So, some people are Star Wars kids, and some people are Dune kids.
Oh, man, did I ever tell you that time Ryan and I were, like, arguing about... Because, like, Ryan was, like, you know, shitting on Star Wars, and I was just like, don't you like Dune? And he goes... So he's just like, okay, fine. We're gonna watch Star Wars and we're gonna watch Dune.
No, don't watch Dune. Oh, shit.
Well, thing is, though, he was so certain that Dune was gonna be the better, more high-concept film, because he had seen it before. And I guess, you know, like, he had seen it when he was younger and more impressionable. But you know how Ryan was back in the day, where he was, like, you know, just, yeah, this is like 18... Yeah, we'd all had that phase. And we go to watch it, and we're watching the original theatrical cut of both of these films. So, you know, like, it doesn't even say Episode 4, A New Hope. That's how fucking, like he found the fucking Laserdisc rip of it.
Nice.
Yeah. So we watched that, and then we watched Dune. And when he gets up to turn Dune off, fine, Star Wars is better, shut up. But yeah, just...
I think we're ready to try Dune again.
They're doing it Dune, I know that much. I don't know if it's a series or a movie, I forgot.
I hope it's a fucking series. Dune needs, like, a Netflix series. Like a long format, big budget thing.
Yeah. Like I'd watch a Dune series, because, once again, Dune had a lot of really interesting ideas. That movie was fucking atrocious. It was really bad. There's a lot of cool, weird shit in it that I'm like, yeah, cool, weird shit. And there's a lot of really bad fucking narration. Did you know that entire fucking movie's narrated?
I've never seen any of the versions all the way through.
The entire fucking movie's narrated, because that's
so was the original Blade Runner.
Man, I'm really glad I watched the director's cut.
Yep.
So yeah, he recommends you watch the Cloverfield Paradox. I cannot, in good faith, like just morale.
Yeah, you're gonna take a moral high ground on not making people watch shit? Tune in next time.
Oh yeah, Aggro's gonna pretend he's people all of a sudden. That's a thing! Ugh. Join Super next week, asshole.